Hey guys, John here, and welcome back to John's RC. And today we are here with this little awesome micro ready to fly warbird. This is the Rage RC Focke-Wulf 190, and you probably, if you've been in this hobby, you've probably seen a bunch of these ready to fly warbirds, and they actually do fly pretty good for the price. The main selling point is these come completely ready to fly, and they're cheap. They're like around $100 US. This one came in, sorry, it's a little windy. This one came in at $110 US, and yeah, so don't mind my box. I tried, it accidentally ripped when I opened it, but here's how it comes. Let's actually open it this way so I can show everything. So it's kind of windy, I'll just put the box down. So you do get a couple bags. This one includes the 2 batteries and the charger. They are 1 cell, 3.7 volt, 400 milliamp hour battery packs, and it does come with a little USB charger. This bag comes with all of the landing gears. You have your tail wheel, and then you have your 2 mains, and they are made out of rubber. And it also comes with this little prop saver. I think I put this in the wrong bag, but then it comes with the propellers. So you actually have a choice of which ones you want to use. You have this more scale-looking 3-blade prop, or you have this little 2-blade prop. Now it will fly on both. However, the 2-blade prop will actually give you a little bit more performance. And these micro warbirds, of course, have the prop saver on them. So if you have like a bad landing or a crash, the prop is just going to fly off of the plane. So the plane actually comes shipped upside down, and then it comes like this. And I have to admit, for $100, this looks pretty cute. It's 4-channel control, so you have your aileron, your throttle, aileron, elevator, and rudder. Now, the one thing that I always critique on these models is how they do their ailerons. I imagine that they did want to get the price down, so they opted for a single aileron setup. But the way they do it, the ailerons are always mounted so like inwards that it just like really ruins the look of the plane. But this one, it's not too noticeable. I mean, there's some that look like just plain dumb, but this one looks pretty decent. However, this would be where the flaps are. So for the props, you can see here there's a little hole, and you just push it in, and then your props installed. And then if you want to take it out, just pull it out. So it's really simple. I'm honestly just going to be flying it on the 3-blade prop because it looks so cool, and I'm gonna opt for no landing gear. However, I might put the tail wheel on just for it to be a little more scale. Now, the transmitter I have here is this little ready to fly transmitter, and of course it's gonna feel like a ready to fly transmitter. It's very cheap, and it doesn't have any weight to it. But here you can utilize the gyro that the plane has. They call it PAS, or Pilot Assisted Stability System, and you have 3 modes, which is basically just safe select. You have your beginner, intermediate, and expert mode. I think and over here you have this cute little stunt button, and what this will do is you press the button and then you roll it in any direction, or you can loop it, and it'll automatically do the loop for you, and it actually does it pretty clean. But I always, with these warbirds, I always bind this thing to my Radiomaster TX16S, because then I'll be able to get a bit more proportional controls to the ailerons and all of the surfaces actually, and it just feels a bit better. I remember doing it on my Rage RC F4U Corsair that I also did a video on, and it was lovely. So it is a bottom feeder. I don't think there's much you can do with this size airplane. So the cable actually looks pretty sturdy. There's like this like plastic protection around it. And then just plug this in. It's windy today. I like this. Okay, I did how to play Tetris there. So you can see here I have my fully proportional controls. It actually is pretty smooth, I have to admit. And then you have your elevator control, then your rudder, And if I raise the throttle, it'll activate the gyro. I think it's on this switch. So you can see here, I have the gyro on, and this will limit your control so you can't do a full loop or roll. And then if I go down one, it'll limit it a bit less. And then if I push it all the way forward, there's no gyro at all, and it's just you flying. So yeah, last thing, just for the specs, these WARBIRDs are all 400 millimeter wingspan. This one has a length of 318 millimeters, and with the battery installed, it has a weight of 54 grams. So it's not too heavy indeed. And always with these foam, the foam that they make for these planes is like always virtually indestructible. So yeah, let's go and fly it. Alright, I have the FW-190 plugged in on the one cell 400 mAh battery pack that just mounted here in the front. And of course I have my 3-bladed prop on. It does make a little bit of noise, but we'll see. So I'm actually going to take off with the gyro on just to see how it feels. And we'll go from there. Okay. It is in the air. It's liking to pitch up. That gearbox is atrocious, but cool. So the gyro does feel pretty locked in. This is like full roll, and you can see it'll just, you can just yank it and then it'll turn. So that's always nice. Very beginner friendly airplane. Now if I cycle it off of safe or third gyro, I do need a little bit of elevator trim actually. There we go. It's a bit of a handful off of the gyro. It's also partly due to the wind. It is windy. It is capable of some aerobatics. I mean, it can fully roll it, which is neat. It's got some power to it too. All of the Rage WARBIRDs have a lot of power. Sometimes it's good, but sometimes it's not so good. Now we have to bear in mind here that this is a 400 millimeter airplane, 54 grams, and this is what, like 10 mile per hour winds, 15? So at a price point of $100, I'm able to loop it, roll it, it's actually pretty good. I'm sure it would fly so much better if it wasn't so dang windy out. Conditions today are okay. At least it's sunny. But the clouds are slightly overcast. And if I switch it back to the gyro like eliminates all of the wind, which is actually pretty impressive. I mean, this is hands off, and it is being pushed around slightly, but it's controllable. Yeah, this little thing is impressive. I'm surfing the wind right now. and these airplanes always have these ridiculously sized batteries. So whoa. Yeah, well, it's actually pretty fun with the winds because I can just go up. I should have brought my glider today. Oh man. This is quite nice. And you know, the roll rate isn't the highest. I'm sure I could change that. But, oh no. Okay, I might just end the flight there. But you can see I didn't hit the ground too hard, and of course there's nothing wrong with the plane. And that time I guess it wasn't hard enough for the prop to come off, but you know, this prop is super flexible too, so there's like no chance it's gonna break. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And it's actually, for the price, a pretty good flying airplane. Now it's pretty windy today, and this thing was able to hold up, and it was actually pretty fun. So I am very surprised at that standpoint, because for $100, this thing is super tiny. Like you can see, I'm putting no pressure, and this thing wants to fly away. But in the air, it stays still, kind of still. I have to control it because the wind is pushing it around. But yeah, and of course with these Warbirds, they're always marketed towards beginners because it has this pretty good gyro, and also they're pretty much indestructible. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So I love all of these micro Warbirds, and this is no exception because this one just looks so awesome for the price. So thanks for tuning in to John's RC, and if you're new to this channel, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye guys, I'll see you in the next one.